Hello everyone, GenmaTheSamurai here, and welcome to this first part of Mega Man ZX. So for those of you guys who may have been on this channel for a little while, you guys might know that I am a huge fan of Inti Creates, and specifically their Mega Man Zero games as well as Gunvolt. I grew up with Mega Man Zero, it's one of my favorite series ever, and Mega Man ZX is a follow-up series that came out actually about a year after Zero 4. Man, they were really pumping out these games. So this game came out in 2005, and it's actually a bit of a departure from the typical Mega Man fare. I'm going to go ahead and hit new game right here. So one thing about this game, so essentially they wanted to do something different. So this game has a bit of a Metroidvania structure. So if you don't know what Metroidvania is, the basic idea is you have this big open world that you are able to explore in little chunks, but as you get abilities, you're able to explore more. I would say this game is not like the best example of a Metroidvania, but more on that later. But it is still a perfectly functional and very fun Mega Man game, so I'm going to go ahead and select normal. Now, something interesting that they have going on here is you can choose one of two different protagonists, and they are mostly identical. And in fact, I'm going to be doing this playthrough in conjunction with my friend Snive, so you guys can go ahead and check out his channel. He is going to be playing through the Aile route, while I am doing the Vent route. And I figured it'd be fun this way, and you'll get two different commentary styles, and there actually are some differences within the story as well, so if you want to see that side, you can go ahead and do that. Gameplay-wise, they are pretty friggin' identical for the most part. I think there's like some differences in terms of like their movement speed or like attack power and stuff like that. Stuff that is really not that important. And Aile has like one very specific change, but I think Snive will be showcasing that, so again, definitely check out his playthrough while I am doing mine. But yeah, without further ado, we're going to jump right on into this, and we'll see what the story's about, because Inti Creates is the best in terms of doing stories for Mega Man games, even though I think this story, I'm going to go ahead and say it is weaker than the Zero series for the most part. It is still pretty good, so I'm looking forward to showing you guys that, and god dang it. Alright, let's get into this. This menu clearly doesn't want me to hang on it, so hello, thank you for calling Giro Express Transporters. We can take anything, anywhere. Why am I making him like one of those old 30s people? Giro, is that you? Ah, the Guardian, or should I say client. Did you receive the package from the Archaeological Recon Unit? So this part's an auto-scroller. Yes, I got it. My unit is heading for the agreed-upon rendezvous point. It's a little sooner than expected, but let's meet up there. Alright. So this is where I mentioned the Japanese version of this game has voice acting. They cut it out for some reason. That's why that auto-scroll section was there. It would be a really cool way to showcase that, but hey, what can you do? If you have the PC version of the game, though, there do exist mods for that, so you can play it that way. I do not have the PC version, and regardless, I figured it'd be good to just play it this way anyway, and I'm gonna voice most of these characters regardless, but I figured I'd put that out there. But yes, anyway, we're gonna get on with this. Hey, Vent, you ready to move out? Vent, did you hear me? You can see the Slither Inc. building from here. This country sure has grown and prospered thanks to them. Bigger's not always better. If their security force had come sooner 10 years ago, my mom might still be alive. I'm sorry that you lost your mom in the Maverick raids. I understand how you feel, but don't let on about your feelings in town. We were experiencing an energy crisis and suffering from never-ending Maverick raids. But that company stepped up and fixed all of those problems. Oh yeah, also worth mentioning, this game takes place an unspecified number of years after the Zero series. I believe it's like 100 or something. It's the usual gap. So it's been a very long time since those games. And there's a bunch of other things about it, but we're actually playing as a human character. Jiro over there is actually a Reploid. I'm explaining this because it's not really told directly like within the story. I think some NPCs might bring it up or something. But essentially, if you see a character that has like a little triangle on their forehead, that means they're a Reploid, so they're like a robot. And if someone doesn't have that, then they are a human. I know, but just keep that in mind. It's really not that important because they're basically the same at this point. But I figured I'd let you know. Anyway, as far as the people are concerned, the president of the company, Serpent, is a genuine hero. Anyway, we better get going. Our client is already on their way to the rendezvous point. Hey boss, just who are those guardians that we took the job request from? They haven't even told us what's in the package they want delivered so badly. The Guardians are defense force that banded together to fight the Mavericks. Right now, they're moving from place to place investigating the cause of the Maverick outbreaks. As for the package, try not to ask too many questions. I'm sure it's very important and very dangerous. It's probably better we don't know. What's going on? Those are Mavericks. How did they get here? Ugh! They must be after the package. Ah! Vent! Well, that's definitely not good. Ow! That was a bad fall. Vent, you okay? The package. Do you see it? It should have fallen near you. Oh, that's an interesting package. That must be it. Listen, grab the package. Then take it to the rendezvous point and give it to the Guardians. I'll join you later once I take care of business up here. Protect that package at all costs. Who are you? What are you doing here? Well, wait! I'm just here to deliver a package. Sorry about that. Anyway. Lower your weapons. Are you a transporter? Oh my gosh. 1 second. Okay. Sorry once again. TV was very loud in the other room. Yeah, I am. Are you the Guardians? Yes. We heard an explosion and came to investigate. Well, that sound isn't good. Oh, it's a snake. Hi, snake. Well, what's that? That must be the leader of this group of Mavericks. Prairie, it's too dangerous. Take the biometal and get out of here. Ah! No! Just take it and go! Hey, please get up. We need to move. They're after that package. Just leave it. If we take it with us, they'll hunt us down. But I can't let the biometal fall into the wrong hands. Whatever it is, it can't be worth throwing your life away. But, sis, she left that for us. It's too valuable to give it up now. You gotta be kidding. What now? I can't handle this alone. But we can together. I'll lend you a hand.
Lock system 起動開始
Yep, that just happened.
The
power of the biometal is amazing! Don't be afraid. I'm Biometal Model X. Model X? I can hear you in my head. How are you doing this? We have to move away from here, or that girl will get caught in the middle. With our combined strength, we can fight them off. Yep, so the big thing with this game is we essentially are able to turn into characters from previous games. Specifically Mega Man X in this sense. So there you go. It's pretty neat. As you guys know at this point in the timeline, a lot of these characters are no longer around, so it's a really interesting way to bring around their gameplay styles, and I think it's really fun. You're gonna see what's really cool about this later on. But anyway. He transformed. Is he one of the chosen ones? Hey, you! I need to deliver this to the rendezvous point, right? You just wait here. Wait! I have a name. Prairie. The name's Prairie. Sorry, the name's Vent, and I'm your transporter. Stay there, I'll get help. Okay, be careful, Vent. Yeah, we gotta deliver some packages. We got an apocalypse going on. I mean, anyway. It's a very post-apocalyptic situation in the Mega Man universe. Honestly, it's been through some crud in these games. But anyway, I'm gonna change the controls really quick. I'm gonna have my main attack button be that, and my jump be that. And that's mostly just so it's nice and familiar to the Zero games I've been playing, since A is jump on that, and B is attack. It's really just kind of minor. I'm also going to go ahead and change this, since I am playing this on the Legacy Collection, and honestly, I really recommend this collection quite a bit. But one thing you can do is you can change your filters and your screen positions and all of that. I'm going to go with Type 3. Now at first you're going to be like, wait, why do you want your touchscreen there? Well, as you can just see, I can actually toggle it on and off, and it's actually really freaking nice. So the big thing with this game, even though it is made for the DS, as I'm sure you were able to tell, it really doesn't use the touchscreen that much. There's a few instances. The sequel definitely does a little bit more, and I'm planning to do the sequel later on as well. But this game really does not use the touchscreen, and it is really convenient because I get to have all of the screen space just to focus on the game. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and move on. So the way Model X here works is pretty freaking simple. Essentially, you get two different charge shots, and basically, when you finish charging it, it just kind of stays stacked. So you can fire one like that, and then hold on to it, and then you can fire another one. It is pretty freaking strong. The charge attack in general is insanely good in this game, and you're just going to see a whole lot more of that. So anyway, here we go with our first boss fight against the snake. Alright, so this is the first boss fight, so it's not going to be anything too crazy, but regardless, the main thing you want to do is when he does that downwards attack, you kind of want to dash underneath him. Also, you do want to jump high enough to actually get off one of your charge hits. So it's kind of weird because one of your charge attacks, or both of them, have like this extra shot just kind of circling around it. If you play Mega Man X, you're probably going to be kind of familiar with the shot in general. And it can be really helpful for, again, getting those hits in on bosses. So I'm going to try and arc it right there. Nope, I missed. Okay, so yeah, you just want to jump for that attack, and boom. Nice and easy. We did it! You said your name was Model X. Why did you help me? Do I need a reason to help people? You seem determined to help that girl, even though you've never met her before. I just lent you a helping hand. You're the brave one. Brave? Me? Not hardly. I just don't know. Sorry. I just know if I didn't at least try, I'd always regret it. The rendezvous point is up ahead. Alright, so Vent here is, you know, he's just kind of a regular protagonist, you know, he wants to do good. Although he's certainly got some dark layers to him, you'll kind of see some of that surface later, but, you know, he's kind of your typical shonen protagonist. I'm the transporter. I have your package. Some of your comrades need your help. No way! Come on! Prairie and the others need us! Everyone seems awfully worried about that Prairie girl. Amazing. It looks like you've managed to link up with the biometal. Anyway, I'm glad it made it to us safe and sound. Hold on. There was a man traveling with me. You haven't seen him, have you? No, you're the only one that I've seen so far. This is the rescue squad. We found the others. We'll treat the wounded, then head back on to HQ. Hold on, you haven't spotted another transporter out there, have you? Apparently, a transporter has gone missing in the area. Hey, there's some serious smoke rising from the next area. It's totally like someone has fallen under attack. No. Boss! I'm going to need to borrow this biometal a little longer. I have to save him. What? You would put the biometal at risk again? My boss is in danger. I don't have time to argue. But... Wait. Fluve. His name. Let him go. Prairie? Please, Fluve. He can handle himself against the Mavericks. Vent. You risked your life to save me, though you didn't know me. I have faith in you. I'll clear it with Guardian HQ. Go. Help him. Thanks, Prairie. Now I'm just kind of mixing voices here. Okay, we'll provide backup then. You may already know this, but these devices known as trans servers are scattered throughout the country. With these devices, you can save your data and check mission requests. Let's start with saving data. Alright, well, you guys know how this is. So I'm going to go ahead and save down here. As you can see, I have one of each save file. That is relevant for later. You do get something for beating the game with both characters, so again, I'll talk about that when we get there. But regardless, I've just received orders from HQ. You currently have 2 mission requests. One mission is to find your fellow transporter. The other mission is to complete a trial in order to get permission to enter Guardian HQ. Complete the 2 missions and return the biometal to HQ. At HQ, we'll sign off on the transporter request, and your work will be done. You can decide which mission to start first at the trans server. I see. I'll just have to complete those 2 missions then. Hold on, boss. I'm coming. Okay. So, yeah, like you mentioned, we can select one of 2 missions. This one's pretty low-key. I'm going to do that one later. For now, I'm going to go ahead and do the Locate Jiro mission. What will you do? Well, let's hear the description. The transporter Jiro appears to have met with Maverick aggression in Area B. Go to Area B and find his whereabouts. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and take this mission. So here's the thing. If you have played Mega Man 0-1 specifically, you're probably going to think that's going to take you right to the mission. Well, not exactly. This is where the Metroidvania part comes in. Now I kind of have to figure out exactly where that place is. So if we look at this map here, and this is also kind of confusing, a lot of people really have a hard time reading this map, and honestly for good reason. It's not the clearest thing in the world, and there's one specific instance in particular where it gets kind of confusing. So as you can see, there's area A1 and A2. Now, there's actually 2 different area, or A2 areas. So if I go back through the door I just came from, you'll kind of see, you know, next to the safe room here, there's an A2 there and an A2 there. If you keep that in mind that there's 2 different ones and which ones go to which areas, you're probably going to be fine. But you do go to Area 1 to go to a few different areas in the game. But I'm going to go ahead and go through here, and I believe this is going to take me right to Area B. There are signs of a struggle here. Following the trail should lead to my boss. Vent! Come and vent! About the Mavericks that attacked us. Something with the whole thing is bothering me. There might be a clue in the ruins about what's causing the Maverick outbreaks. Check them out and see if you can find something. Got it. Okay. So this area is pretty straightforward, and also it has pretty great music. In general, Mega Man ZX has really good music. If you guys have not heard it before, I particularly recommend the Tunes OST. Anyway, is this a computer chip? It must be a part that fell off one of the Mavericks. If you bring it back to HQ, we can analyze it. It might give us the lead we need. If you find anything else, bring that back too. Alright. Also, if you guys have not played Mega Man Zero, I think you guys would still be pretty fine in terms of understanding the story. There's certainly some callbacks, and you might have like a deeper understanding of the lore, I guess. But you would be fine playing this game on its own. It's so far removed, really, that you're not going to run into any of the old familiar characters. It's kind of a double-edged sword in that sense, but, you know, it's mostly a good thing. Honestly, this game came out during a period where, you know, a lot of the Game Boy Advance series finished. So, you know, they wanted to do new things with the Mega Man franchise. So at the time, Battle Network was also done, so they made Star Force. So this was kind of the successor to Zero. And it's pretty darn good, but they only really made 2 games, which is really unfortunate because, honestly, Inti Creates makes awesome 2D platformers. In general, I prefer it quite a bit to most of the other Mega Man series. If you guys have not seen it, you guys should totally check out my tier list video I did with Stupid Studios N and Snive Syndiqual, where we kind of talked about all of the games. I didn't go as in depth with my thoughts in regards to some of these games, and some of them I had not played in a long time. I probably would put Zero and ZX much higher than I did in the tier list if I had played them more recently. 0-1 specifically is what I mean by that. But, man, honestly, this game is really good. The main reason I think I prefer Inti Creates' games to a lot of the other Mega Man games is just because they definitely feel a little more rounded to me. Like, I don't know, I guess I could go into more detail with that later as we're about to fight this boss fight. But I really like how they do focus enough on story that it's not necessarily like a super weak part of the games, unlike the Mega Man X games. So, anyway, here we go. So this boss fight is kind of interesting. It's different than the normal one because, as you can see, he is too tall for me to actually reach. So, you'll notice that he makes these things. You want to shoot the red one, and it'll actually launch the platforms above it into the boss itself. Now, you can't actually miss it if you don't get the attack in fast enough, or if you shoot prematurely as well, because you have to wait for them to actually activate before you can actually shoot it. So you definitely want to get the timing right on that. I notice most of the time it's the little pink energy blast that tends to hit these things and not my actual hits most of the time. Couldn't really tell you why the hitbox is so strict, but hey. Zero! Or is it? Is this the power of biometal? I don't know. Is it the power of Steve? I don't know, guys. This is a joke on me. It looks like you came in contact with the biometal too. Boss! When the Mavericks had me cornered, the biometal suddenly started to shine. The next moment, I was fighting them off in that form. I knew we were hauling something important, but I had no idea of the power that was hidden in that package. So yeah, as you can tell, I got Model X and he got Model Z. And also, his name is Jiro, and he got Zero. Jiro? See what they did there? Although I guess his name is Jiro in the Japanese version? I only found that out recently. I'm glad they shortened it. Huh? How do you know about the biometal? Well, I heard about it when I got the request. They told me to keep it quiet because it would be too risky to let anyone know it was inside. Oh, I see. At least we know the 2 biometal fragments are safe now. I'm going to use the transfer to go back to Guardian HQ. I'll be waiting. Don't take too long. It sounds like you managed to meet up with Jiro. That's a relief. Oh, be sure to go to the trans server in the back room and select mission report. Then send confirmation to HQ that the mission has been completed. Alright. Well, with that, guys, I'm going to end off the part. So I hope you guys enjoyed this first part of Mega Man ZX. We have our biometal, Jiro has his biometal, and honestly, now we gotta figure out what's the deal with all these Maverick attacks. But what is the deal? Well, you'll find out next time. So I'll see you guys then. Hope you guys enjoyed. And also be sure to check out the first part of Snive's LP. And yeah, show him some support as well. And you'll be able to see all the little differences, because actually quite a bit of the dialogue is the same. In fact, okay, the thing is with these characters, I might as well just get this out of the way. They feel kind of like similar in a lot of ways. The way my little headcanon for this is that the two of them are twins, but, you know, in one route, one of them's alive, and in one route, the other one is alive. That's just how I rationalize it. And I think you'll probably, you know, see what I mean when you get there. But regardless, thank you guys so much for tuning on in. I'll see you guys next time. Hope you enjoyed, and take care. Bye!